Hello everyone, welcome to another pre-algebra with Professor V. So today we're going to go ahead and look at combining like terms. So when we're combining like terms, there's a couple of rules we need to really look at, right? So what is a like term? Well, a like term is something that has, oops, sorry about that. Let me get this out of the way. Same variable and the same power. So we'll go ahead and look at this real quick. So, we've been able to add things like so this does apply even if there is no variable, right? Something like 3 plus 7. They're very generic numbers, right? But they are the same variable, which is none, right? So we've always been able to add these. And I know that logic seems a little bit weird, but it is what it is. So for something like this, right? I see an A, right? I have 15A. I have 9A. Now, what power are these? They're both to the first power, right? So 15A plus 9A is going to be 24A. So it's almost like saying, well, if you have 15 apples plus 9 more apples, together you have 24 apples. So now the next one, right? We can all see the y's, right? Every term has a y, right? And the term is separated by the plus in this case. So they're all to the first power, right? So I'm not going to write the first power after this. I hope that you guys accept that no matter what variable you have, if it doesn't have a second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. power, it's always going to be to the first. So this is like saying 12 plus 3, 15, right? But then you're going to wonder, well, what's in front of this y, right? Is there a number in a y in front of y? And the answer is yes, right? $1 is $1, right? So even though there's no 1 in front of the y, right? I want to take you back to the rule of 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. So that would mean that 1 times y is y, right? So there's a 1 in front of it. So that's 15 plus 1, 16y. All right. So next, now we have x's to the first power, right? So they're all to the first power, so they're all like terms, so we could add all of them. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? 7, yeah, because 4 and 3 is 7. So it'll be 17x. All right, now this one we're starting to finally get a little bit tricky on 362, right? So I see one term without a C and I see another term without a C, right? So that must mean that we can go ahead and add these, all right? So 5C we can do nothing with, so we can just leave 5C alone. And, if this is confusing some of you, we could always rewrite this, right? So we could switch the 5C and the 6, right? So this becomes plus 6 plus 3, right? Because there's this rule, right? A plus B is equal to B plus A. The commutative property of addition, I believe. I do not think that's the associative. I always mix them up, unfortunately. But I do know that I can add how I want, right? I can flip things around. And usually the variable comes first, That's something we see in linear algebra. So we have 5C, right? We can't combine anything here. But we can do 6 plus 3, which is 9. So it's positive 9, so we can put a plus there. All right, so the next one, and I feel like I should add it a couple more because the goodies are coming up now. So this next one, let's see. Can I change this color real quick? Give me just a moment. Okay, and you guys will see why I want an extra color now. Because now I have something that looks like this, right? I have 8n and 4n, and then I have 2 and 9. So if you guys can tell, what I'm going to do is flip the 4n and the 2, okay? So now I have 8n plus 4n, right? And then plus 2 plus 9. Now, moving the minuses, they're a little bit trickier, but I do know that we can do this, okay? So 8n plus 4n is 12n, right? So we combine those like terms. Those are like terms. And then 2 plus 9 is going to be what? 11? And that's all we can do for these ones, right? Because maybe I didn't iterate that, right? So 5c is its own term, and 9 without the c is its own term, right? They do not combine. So that's going to be the same here, right? We have the n, we don't have the n. So things will not combine there. Now in the next one, what we have is 19p. So I see quite a few things, right? I see 19p plus 4p plus 3p. Now, with these ones, this is the first time we have a minus, so I like to think of this as positive 5, okay? Minus 1. So you guys are going to see how I put these in a box. So 19p plus 4 plus 3, right? So 19p plus 4p plus 3p, right? But then now we have plus 5, so the only reason that plus is coming, it's right in front of the 5, okay? But it's minus 1, alright? So now if we add all the p's together, or combine them, because combining can be subtraction as well, right? The idea of combining something negative. So anyway, 19 to 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So we have 26p. And then here we have 5 minus 1, which is 4. 5 minus 1 is positive 4, so I put a plus between it, okay? Now let's see if this one starts to give us a negative. I'm not too sure, but this one's going to be a little bit trickier because we do have 3 terms, okay? So we have this 7y squared and we have this 3y squared. Not to be confused with the 2y, okay? You cannot combine the 2y to the y squared, you know. If we go back to the evaluating problem, right, if we had on one end y equals, so we're checking for equality here, y squared. Well, if y equals, let's say 4, right, we would substitute for these, right? Does y equal 4 squared? Well, 4 does not equal 16, right? So these are not equal, okay? It's impossible for them to be equal. You have a different amount of apples or whatever, you know? So it is what it is. This is a two-dimensional object in geometry, right? This is a one-dimensional object, right? And I guess these could be viewed as zero-dimensional, but I don't know if that's correct. I'm pretty sure they could be, though, because those would just represent some sort of point on a Cartesian coordinate. But anyway, so 7y squared plus 3y squared, right? So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 10y squared, okay? Now, what do we have left? We have this 2y. Well, I don't see the 11 with the y and the 8 with the y, right? So it's just plus 2y. So like I said, we cannot combine these. Y squared is not y. But we do have 11 minus 8. Okay, so what's 11 minus 8? 9, 10, 11, 3, right? Since it's positive 3, then we would keep it as such, okay? How long has this video gone on? So it's been about 9 minutes. I think I'm going to make one more that shows a little bit more of these difficult ones, because combining like terms can be tricky. Anything in math really can be tricky, right? But I hope this brought value to you guys. Like and subscribe if it did. If there's other math that you're having trouble with, polynomials, right? Some kind of form of quadratics are always fun. Factoring. Please let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.